always the mobile manager that acts like
Did
that.
it change the game without you wishing for it to do so?
No, not that time. This time I forgot to hit done after I put in all the information, so it's technically my fault. But
you
I'm
can
still
blame
gonna
the machine.
The machine knows what it did. Bad machine. You're gonna get hit with a newspaper or something. But yeah, it's goofy shit. But yeah, Fall Guys. I don't know, I'm just throwing up random emoticons for, like, I've come to notice that a lot of people have, like, throw, like, emoticons into their titles to grab the attention of people.
Sure.
That's a sneaky way. Like, I just thought about it the other day, like, watching a handful of people's streams, and I'm like, huh, a lot of people have these little emoticons in their titles.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's like a little ploy.
Lots of little tricks. Yeah. I mean, you know, anything that if people are looking at a bunch of text, anything that might make them glance at you. I mean, you know, text and little pictures of streams.
Chatty, and then I have to do the tags all over again, which is the worst.
Do you have to do that like every time you change?
Well, when I change formats, yeah, because like the.
Oh, if you go from PlayStation to.
Oh no, like if I'm doing like if I'm playing with somebody else, I try to make it known that there's going to be discussion and talking and things like that, rather than just just me by myself. I don't want to. No, okay. All right, it's done. It's done. Cool. Right on. And all right, I'll get it started here. So, and the other unfortunate thing is that I don't have smokables to do. You fall, you lose.
Yeah, I don't have.
Yeah.
I got flour, but I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wish I had some other stuff.
I don't really pound flour.
Yeah, that's just a bad time. That's just asking for a lung to you know flop out of your mouth.
Flop right out.
Just flops right out.
Like a fish.
Like a Band-Aid, right off. But yeah, I've been I'm down to my edible distillate. I gotta go to the dispo.
I'd like to go to the dispo. Maybe I'll have some extra revenue.
Yeah, I'm down to my last little bit here. I need to start really making this work. I need some cash flow.
I suppose I could also make edibles just to break up the pace. I haven't actually made edibles in a while. That might be super fun.
You could.
Maybe that's what I'll do.
That's a possibility. Yeah, and that way it kind of stretches out the product a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can like, even like the like you can still like re-smoke the carboxylized weed stuff, can't you? That still has like a little bit of THC left in it, even though if you.
Yeah. Well, do you mean like after it's been in the butter, or I mean I don't vape any
after it's been cooked off, you've activated the THC with some heat. Like if you do it in like an oven or something like that, low and slow, and then you add it. You grind up what you have to add to your butter, and then like leftover in the butter. Probably smoking butter is probably not a good idea.
No, right. But you can take. But if you have a dry leaf vape,
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, after you vape it.
Yeah, soaking
Then it
butter
is
does not.
decarboxylized, and although a lot of the THC has burned off, some of it remains. That's called doof. I don't know if that's correct.
Yes,
I've heard that.
we talked about that.
Yes, okay. And one girl one time in another city called it that, so probably not a real thing.
Doof. I like that. That's
Yeah,
so
cook
funny.
that doof.
I still think the funniest, like the funniest word I've heard, still stands to be boof, with a B. Like like. So initially, like I understood that like boof or boofing meant to like put a drug up your butt or parachute it up your butt.
Oh, parachute it?
Yeah, it's either you put it in a like a piece of toilet paper or tissue paper, and
That
you
is
roll it up really tight, and then you. Oh, wait, is that the oral insertion? I think it's for oral insertion. You parachute, and then I don't do this shit. Can you tell?
You are the only. A minute ago, I might have said that parachuting. If I had mentioned parachuting, I would have said the same thing. Some guy told me this once in another city. It's probably not real. You're the second person I've heard use the term parachuting for exactly that. Except, yes, I don't know about putting it in your butt, but I have seen people parachute and then swallow the little clump of toilet paper. Boofing.
Yeah,
I feel like I've heard boofing
I
referred to as like vodka in your butt.
Oh, drinking with your
But
butt.
it could be like cocaine or whatever you put up there.
I'm sure there's probably like particular terms like.
I'm pretty sure I've heard just like fucking called boofing. Maybe not. I feel like I've heard like, yeah, those guys were boofing. That might have been like my group of idiot friends in high school. I think it was. I think, in fact, yeah. I think I know the person who came up with the term boofing instead of fucking. So I think where I come from, it's beer or vodka. I don't know why it would only be those two things, but those are the recommended liquors to go up your butt. I've never heard of whiskey or anything else.
Well, it's because vodka is like a pure
Right.
alcohol.
But beer, people butt chug.
Yeah, well, that runs the risk of getting, bacterial infections because of the yeast and shit.
Does the carbonation do anything to your intestine?
I can only assume that it's a possibility that like
It makes you fart a lot.
I can, yeah, it's a
If
possibility
you chug,
because I mean there's so much
you fart a
gas
lot.
going on. Yeah, there's so much gas in there that like and when you put a beer in there and then you pull it out and it's gonna close shut and leave everything in there, and that means the gases are still in there and expanding.
Like as soon as you pull the bottle, I don't know if you're doing it with a bottle, you would need it to be vented. You could do a waterfall into your butt.
Don't go chasing butterfalls. Asshole. What an asshole.
Oh, butthole.
Oh shit. I made it. Probably the first round that I've actually made it. Oh man.
All right.
Yeah, I was thinking about another term that I was thinking about. I was thinking about high school friends making up terms. I remember, and again, I don't know if this was actually used in general discussion but the term bofo to shorten the word buttfuck.
Bofo.
Bofo.
Yeah, I don't think so. Obviously, I'm familiar with mofo, so it makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know. It was just something funny that my friend kind of turned into and made a general statement for us to use as consistently as possible. So I don't know where it came from, but it was just like he would constantly be like, well, if you guys weren't, sitting around bofoing each other or something like that, like, then something would get done. Or the real reason why, this, that, and the other thing happens is because everybody's just bofoing each other. There was just something about the term bofo, something about about BO words that's just hilarious to me. Again, bofo and boofing are hilarious. I can't even think of that many. Book isn't funny. Book isn't funny, but bofo
How
is.
about bonkers?
Bonkers is a fun word.
How about bombastic?
Bombastic is a good one. I don't know. Maybe it's the F that's making this funnier. I don't know. Shit. I knew I should have stayed straight.
Good cock! Eat my whole ass!
Shit. Ah! You little bastards! You little bastards!
Oh, cocks. Oh.
Yes! Made it. You make it?
No.
Bummer.
Oh well. I tried to get hit by the big head. I did one of the first gates I did very poorly.
Yeah,
I was all the way on one of them. I was so far away from the correct one. I don't know how I did it.
Well, what's that rainbow game? I don't think I've seen that Rainbow Road game, whatever the hell that was.
Oh man, I saw too many things just now.
I saw my life flash before my eyes. What was I gonna say?
I'm gonna get Paramount Plus.
You're gonna get Paramount Plus? Is it for all the Star Treks?
I'm gonna watch Star Trek. I'm gonna watch The Stand. And I'm gonna watch oh wait, shit. No, Lisi's Story is on Apple. I'm gonna watch Under the Dome. 3 seasons Stevie King TV show.
It's a Steve D.
I'm really having a Stevie King fucking renaissance, I suppose. I don't know. I used to like this guy when I was in like high school, and all of us. I don't know. I watched. Well, obviously I watched Needful Things. I don't think that was the beginning of it though. I don't know what kicked this off. Oh, yeah, I do. I read Revival, which I don't know how recent that is, but considering his body of work, I would say it's one of his more recent. And we talked about gray matter. Oh no! Oh, shit. Wait, is it elimination?
Yeah, it is. And I hate it by hitting the stupid fucking lip.
Damn, that looked.
Like
I could see it. I could see it starting to like go wrong as you were bouncing along.
Like I felt so confident. I've done it a million times.
I know.
Before.
Oh god, sometimes this game just fucks you.
It just
Goddamn
loves to forget
ball
that it
guys.
the edge detection is just ridiculous.
Yeah, that also sometimes it's just
oh well.
Sometimes you get your toe caught and you just turn to spaghetti.
Sometimes you're watching the guys fall, and sometimes you are in fact the fall guy.
Sometimes the guy falls you.
And it's kind of
Sometimes
such a guy follows you. Yeah. Uh-oh. You're starting to break
right
up
now.
there.
Oh,
Oh, there. Okay, now you're back. That was weird, but like for a second you were just like. It's weird. Yeah.
until they lay fiber across the river from me, which even know if that's
Uh-oh, it's starting to get choppy again.
it's for all I come and deliver it and put it under your pillow. But someday I'll have it. Someday I'll have fiber. Right now I have middle of the cabin of the woods internet. Every now and then it turns off.
You got that Evil Dead internet.
It's a wooden box that I have to crank to get the news of the world. And the ones and zeros come out on a ticker tape that I have to feed into the PlayStation.
Hold on, I need to break up my pen and quill so I can write a strong
Right, yeah.
spectrum.
I have to get out the little like Morse code thingy and be like beep 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 beep, and that's how I decode the internet into. That's how I play video games.
Hold on, I need to get this badger out of my water wheel. Jeez, man, that's rough. No, I don't know. I'd rather be in a cabin in the middle of the woods personally.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna complain, but
yeah,
I'd rather
I
be here
too.
than so many of the places I have been. Any type of urban area. I can't believe I survived. I feel like, boy, anytime I lived in a city or anywhere even remotely crowded, I was so overstimulated to the point of absolute dysfunction.
Yep.
I hated it.
I had a deep love for it until I realized the deep underlying corruption and.
Oh yeah, nasty places. And I'm just I don't know. I feel like I like discovered that I was just not good around people, but I feel like I used to be good around people until I got around so many people, all the people I ended up being around, and now I just can't stand them anymore. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe everyone else changed, but I really, I felt like I was like all right socially. I felt I was charismatic and could talk to people, and now like I don't know if it has to do with experiences living in cities or around lots of people or work or school or whatever has done whatever to me, but I sure fucking hate people in cities.
Oh, dude, that's dumb. No, I hear you, dude. Like that's the same with me. Like I continually find myself in a spot where like more often than not I kind of don't want to. Like I besides the fact that I don't have money to go out and do anything.
Oh my God, like, yeah.
And which is like an absolute, killer for, making friends or contacts. Like.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess that's part of it. Yeah.
So, I mean, like we discussed before, like I end up having weird situations when I end up meeting people, and I end up letting I always let the wrong one in. Everybody always lets the wrong one. More often than not, that's me.
Shit.
Yeah. So I just like I don't know, and I've had all those like I'm at that age where everybody comes back and hits you up like hey, like don't you miss the old times? And I'm like, why don't we hang out and do things?
No, I'm always like, no, I never want to hear about the old times.
I don't want to hear about the old times.
I don't take your old times and shove it, I say, and everyone's so put off by it. Everyone's so sick of me. It's great.
I am definitely that person where I that's another thing with me is that I'm afraid that I've become that person. Like when I go to like family events and stuff like that, more often than not I stay quiet. The last time that I opened my mouth for a family event, we like the other night we went out for dinner, and my cousin had my cousin who works for a major car corporation, and whose wife is like really is like really deeply in with the unions.
Sure.
And we had this, and so like you would think that, you know, somebody working for a union, they would understand the need for a minimum wage beyond, like, you know, just for, like, you know, oh, the minimum wage is meant for, like, you know, teenagers and things like that. And it's like, no, the minimum wage was initially established so people could have a livable wage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cock.
Oh, did you get? Oh, dude. You were right there. You were like 2 people behind. That
yes,
sucks.
quite exactly.
Man, are you getting my luck today? Is that what's going on?
Maybe.
Jeez, man. But like, yeah, we had this big discussion about how she's, like, you know, working on negotiations with people for the UAW and blah blah blah, and and it's not to say that she's like, you know, I work for the UAW, so I'm, you know, king shit. But like, something that kind of irked me was, like, we were having a discussion about, like, you know, how I personally believe that there's a necessity to raise the minimum wage to $15, and we had it wasn't like a heated, like, you know, screaming across the dinner table sort of discussion, but it was a very like notably, you know, it was very notably a debate on the topic. So yeah, I basically, like, laid it out there, like, you know, look, like, when the Great Depression, well, when labor unions first initially started and they were demanding a minimum wage, it wasn't because it wasn't, you know, the newsies weren't the union, you know, like, that was just part of the whole, you know, reason why people, you know, wanted to have, you know, raise wages, was because, in fact, that children were being brought in to do labor, as well as these people were getting undercut on their wages. So, like, and then she kind of, like, retorted back, well, you know, well, what about the minimum wage being meant for, like, you know, 15-year-olds? Why would we destroy small businesses like that? Or, you know, for teenagers? And I'm like, well, the minimum wage isn't just for teenagers. Like, that's what seems to be forgotten more often than not. And as a union rep, I'm a little bit, you know, questionable. Oh, son of a bitch! Did you see that?
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
But and again, like, you know, it's not like, you know, oh, this little, like, you know, difference in, you know, political discussion makes me absolutely despise my cousin's wife. It's like, you know, no, but it does pose the question of, like, you know, like, we can have like, but it does pose the question to me as to whether or not I can have a reasonable, like, I felt like I had a reasonable conversation in that moment, but I'm definitely afraid of being that person that as soon as I open my mouth, somebody says, wow, you must be a real hoot at parties or something like that, you know? Like, that's what I'm waiting for, is is for somebody to dish that one out on me, because I know that's gonna happen. And I see it in people when people talk to me sometimes, like, you know,
sometimes people are like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay, uh-huh.
I got it. I get it. Okay. Yeah.
Dude, I'll talk about, like, I'll even make it light and talk about, like, something from the show that we talked about on Tuesday. I'll be like, oh yeah. Well, I mean, I won't go into oh god, what's her name? The confined woman of Portier, the woman who pooped herself a bunch.
The poop lady.
The poop lady. I won't tell that story. But, you know, I'll talk about, like, you know, Doc
Ellis. That story seems very politically neutral.
It's politically neutral, but, like, nobody wants to hear a story about a woman being confined to the point that she is caked in her own feces. So, like,
is that unusual? That's unusual.
That's considered unusual for most folks.
Okay.
I know. So I'll keep it light. I'll do that, or I'll even go into the iLibertine story. I didn't learn until recently, but I'll bring that up in a conversation, and then I feel like it's not like I'm oh, I'm interesting, so therefore I don't understand why people don't find me interesting, sort of thing. But it's more like I feel like in a social situation I feel more often than not that people would rather not.
Yeah, I feel you. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it is kind of. I feel like a huge part of it is down to me just not participating in society and not understanding what people are talking about or why they're talking about the things they're talking about. Kind of like I really, and it's like, I don't know. It's not like I don't. It's not like I have like an upper limit of bullshit or anything, because a lot of the things that I say are absolutely bullshit, but I just like part of it is when I feel like part of it is that I don't like hearing people repeat themselves, and it's not even really that. It's that like I feel like sometimes people start telling me something that someone else has already described for me. Like, exactly. Like, I feel like I'm hearing the same thing out of someone else's mouth that I've already listened to. And even though it's not that second person's fault, I start to get annoyed anyway. So basically, I'm a huge part of the problem as well.
Oh, yeah. No,
but part of it is that I just haven't participated. Yeah, I've become unsocialized. If I ever was socialized at all.
That's basically where I'm sitting. Like, I spent, like... So... Again, I went from doing tours and meeting people to not wanting to go anywhere. Like, and I think that's the other thing, is that like I've kind of come to the sickening realization that it's kind of all the same out there, and I don't know if that's like, I don't know. Again, why I'm so fun at parties, but it's just all the same out there. It's. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
America is a cookie cutter, basically. And the only cool things out there are nature and I don't know. Maybe it's because I being a musician, I had to go in cities, and maybe it's just that I'm sick of cities at this point. And maybe
I'm so sick of them. I am so sick of cities. I don't know why. I'm like bitter about it. I'm so sick of cities that I'm mad at people that like hanging out in the city. That's how sick of cities I am. I'm so sick of cities, even the cities I'm sick with are sick of cities.
Oh shit! Asshats. Run. I will take the launch. Oh shit. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, good try, bud. Again, I think the luck swapped today. I think you got my place out for the end.
Maybe it could be. I'm very big.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there. I ate like a huge globule on a wheat thin. It was about like 3 grains of rice, for the dosages. So I should be walking on sunshine. I actually didn't have a meal within that span, so it should be hitting me by now.
Oh man, I'm gonna have a meal. I got lots of foods. I'm gonna go and eat them.
I've got so much shit I need to eat.
Awesome.
Yes,
I gotta cook a cabbage. I got a bunch of veggies. I gotta make some kind of vegetable stew.
Vegetable stew. That sounds good.
Oh wait, are you still in?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So here's the open.
I left the game. I didn't think, for some reason I thought we were both out.
Oh, good.
No worries.
Ooh. Ah, shit.
And good luck.
Thank you kindly. Well, somebody is doing all the...
Someone's doing a lot of
all
stuff.
the research. Or played this a lot.
Slime Climb is a son of a bitch.
It's like one of my least favorite events. I absolutely despise this event.
I don't think I've completed it.
More often than not for me, it's just solely because of the fact that hell is other people. Fuck! Oh no, oh no, oh no. No, you don't. Ah, oh, fucker. Oh, no! I almost had it! Shit!
Sorry to hear.
Well, it was fun. I almost made it. That was so funny. I was like right there too. Oh man. But so you said your PlayStation Plus account just stopped. Did you happen to pick up the stuff from last month?
Well, I stopped paying for PlayStation Plus like a year ago. What I'm saying is that either something changed with Sony's policy concerning, or FromSoft's policy with Elden Ring, or or my friend Harabs stopped paying for PS Plus, and I had not realized. My first thought was maybe the only reason I had any kind of connection, online play, was because he has like one of his profiles is on this PlayStation. So I thought maybe if he was still paying for it, maybe it was still working on mine, and now it suddenly wasn't. But I feel like, because I stopped paying for it like a year ago, so basically I wasn't sure what what had occurred, basically.
Interesting. Well, but yeah, I was going to. I ended up. I've had PS Plus for a long while, and I've been. I really like the. I've been really liking the selections of games that they've been giving out. For this month. Oh yeah, like God, what was it? I usually don't like the MMO FPS games. Like, it's just not my thing. It's just not my thing. Like, you know, I'll go and I'll play Fortnite and, you know, games because that's what people want to watch. That's also a game that a lot of my friends thoroughly enjoy playing. It's just never been a game for me personally. I picked up Battlefield, and I've played Battlefield before. I played, like, what was it, Battlefield 2, where it's like World War II or whatever? Or it might be Battlefield 1942.
Yeah.
But yeah, I played that game and was not impressed with it. It just really wasn't my thing. And then I got they recently gave away Battlefield 2042, and I can't stop playing it. It's so much fun. I've been having a blast with that. Slay the Spire. Have you played Slay the Spire?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Dude. So
In fact, I thought I used to. I feel like I might have it on my phone. Maybe I don't. I feel like I should. Anyway, yeah, Slay the Spire is pretty cool.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Slay the Spire. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of I almost said Metal Gear Solid. I've been playing a lot of Magic the Gathering Arena, and I can't.
Oh yeah.
I've been digging on that like hardcore. Nope,
yeah.
Stupid ball. And yeah, Slay the Spire like hits the itch when I don't do any of the online play for Arena, because
Oh,
I frankly don't think I have the
that's an
money or
option. You can play. Oh, you can play
I
like.
just play the bots.
Oh, that's a
Oh
thing.
yeah, and actually it was God, who was it? Oh God, what was it? Was it Atheist?
Maybe. He certainly has talked about magic.
I think it might have been Atheist who said something along the lines of when I was flipping through the Discord one day. He said something along the lines of that the way that he kind of checks out the like the litmus test for his decks is he'll go and he'll play through the bot runs until he can consistently win the bot runs.
Oh,
And I'm like, oh, that's a clever way to do it. So
sure.
that way, you're not like automatically getting eaten alive once you go out there. So I've just been playing bot matches for months actually, just trying to build up my deck and well trying to build a proper deck. You can't. The unfortunate thing is that you can't gain XP and you can't get new cards or anything from playing bots. But
all right, okay.
But as it pertains to like getting the game right and building your deck right, that's definitely the way to go. Wait, are you still in?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Going over here. Oh fuck. Asshole. Asshole! Stupid fan! No, what? Shenanigans. Got it.
Alright.
Alright.
What do you want to talk about on Tuesday? Should I think of something?
You know what? I haven't actually thought about it, but I've got
Yeah, me neither.
I've got my notes here.
I feel like I've done like the small list that I have I've done, but I obviously can spend a little while looking at the internet and I definitely come up with a few more things.
So
we could do a kind of grab bag and each bring a thing, or each bring one or two things.
We can do a. We can
see what we both come up with.
Yeah, like a short
yeah.
Like, I'll toss one out, you toss one out. That sounds like a good one. So what was it? There was. Now, see, I had a topic that I really wanted to cover, but it's going to require a little bit of extra research, and also, it's a little bit dicey. Because how familiar are you with Teal Swan?
Is it like an MLM?
MLM?
Multi-level marketing?
It's a little bit like that, but it's...
Oh, but it's also like a cult?
Yeah.
I'm a little bit... I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, she's known as the Suicide Catalyst.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, she and that's where the kind of diciness comes from, is that she's in the vein of, basically denouncing mental health intervention for pretty much anything. But she has stated more often than not that she very vehemently is totally okay with people who want to commit suicide committing suicide. So, but she has this but it's like this whole. She also made these claims that she was in fact part of a satanic ritual during the Satanic Panic back in the 1980s.
Wow.
And that she was sexually assaulted and used it as a sexual sacrifice to Satan and things like that. And
wow.
what's even more fascinating about this is the fact that she says this despite the fact that her therapist for nearly decades now has been proven. Well, not decades. For at least like 20 years has been proven that her old therapist, who was basically the therapist that started the Satanic Panic back in the 1980s, she was the one that was saying that she was basically this therapist was implanting these Satanic Panic situations in her whoop, get me today. It was it was within that they were saying that the Satanic Panic was actually derived from these implanted disillusions that this therapist was giving.
So does she actually sell anything like clothing?
She does
perfume,
have a couple of things.
Essential oils.
She does do a lot of retreats.
Oh, retreats.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, is she more like a self-help guru than an MLM lady?
Well, she does a little bit of both.
Okay.
That's funny. Ooh, I made it.
Good job.
Did you make it?
Yeah.
Yay, we made it. There's also a really bizarre YouTube channel that I found called SEN.
Okay.
And this and here's where I'm finding trouble with this, is that this is a YouTube channel where somebody had made like 2 full anime series, all drawn in pencil and horribly overdubbed in English. So probably done by the creator himself.
Okay.
And it's weird as fuck. It is beyond bizarre. Alright, sir, good luck to you, good luck to you.
You too.
Ah, shit. Ah, fuck. Ah, shit. Fuck. Ah, shit. Ah, ass.
Jesus cock.
Sorry. Oh, you asshole! Some douchebag landed directly in front of me. Ah, what ass. Oh well. I figured you probably got out too.
Yeah.
Well played, bud. Well played. But I don't know. I also had like. I don't know. There's also a so. I don't know. I think I mentioned before that that I used to be a camp counselor. So at the camp that I went to.
Yeah.
So this turned out to be a true story, but I can't find the article on it anymore, which upsets me. But there was a murder that had taken place on the campgrounds, and the body was found in the lake next to the dock, where like the kids would swim and shit like that.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, and I believe it went unsolved as far as I understood, but it was the basis of like you know every camp has like every town has an Elm Street, every camp has a freaking
someone drowned in the lake.
Yeah, some sort of story like that. So
a bogeyman.
A bogeyman indeed. And our bogeyman was a gentleman by the name of Old Man Kimball.
Oh boy.
And it was it wasn't just the one story of the woman getting caught getting murdered. It was the story of this woman got murdered, and then the murderer was never found, so it is suspected that every summer he, like in this sort of Jason-esque way, every summer he comes to find the next person to kill. It could be a camper, it could be a counselor. Ooh, and get your cat butt out of the camera, Faye. There will be no showing of cat butts here. But yeah, it was it freaked the hell out of me as a kid. But everywhere I tried, like, so, and this story was true. I later, as a counselor, learned that story was in fact true, and that the person was in fact never caught. But I forgot the name of the woman in the story, and I really wanted to call. Again, more to do with the reason why I probably shouldn't socially interact with people. I thought to myself, you know what? That camp is still going, and they probably still tell a lot of the same stories. I guarantee you, there's at least one camp counselor that would remember the name of the woman that drowned or that got killed. And I sat there wondering, what if I were to call this camp and ask them about this story? Do you think they would actually give it to me?
Oh, that's a good idea.
But would they give the story, though? Because, more often than not, it's more than likely that, out of... Oh, I could have gone through both of those. Out of the fact that, to not dissuade people from coming to the camp, they probably don't tell that story anymore, so I don't know if they would actually still give it up,
Possible, yeah.
That's something I thought about. But, yeah. I was thinking about that. I've thought about covering David Icke, but I feel like that just gives him a platform.
That's how I feel about whatever the fucking Dilbert's guy's name was and some of those other guys
Scott
I
Adams.
almost considered covering. I feel like it's just like, who cares at this point? Everyone knows he's an asshole.
Yeah, and everybody knows he's full of it. So,
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I do. I almost feel like, yeah. Like some people, it's like, some people are such assholes that, like, it's not even fun to
discuss.
To even to denounce them. It's just like, Jesus Christ.
There's also another very interesting topic, but again, we are going to be entering, giving douchebags a platform territory. If I were to discuss this, it was a dude by the name of David Oates, who is considered to be the father, not of Hall and Oates, but
okay.
It's not Daryl Hall, as a scientist, but yeah, I found out this this particular scientist who, besides the fact, is a absolute, chud and a half.
Okay.
He is the grandfather of what is known as what is it? The pseudoscience of like backmasking records.
Okay.
And it's mostly due to the give it to record labels for putting things subtle.
There are messages on
the back. I thought that might be an interesting topic, but he also has a really seedy past, and he's a really, really gross character. I believe he was also, oh god, oh, why can't I think of the name of the scientist who, he's a eugenicist, that's what it is.
Who? The guy that thinks that,
The backmasker guy is a eugenicist.
Okay.
And that's again, where I'm like, I don't necessarily know if I want to cover that guy. I mean, it's a fascinating story. It's a fascinating, story and concept in general. But when you're giving platforms to gross people like that, you start to wonder.
Yeah, it's questionable for sure.
There was the 15-year-old like Canadian native girl who, and again, I might be misremembering this. I believe that in like the deep Yukon they had found a young girl. It was either the Yukon or fucking Himalayas. It was a young girl. It's probably more than likely the Himalayas, considering the mummification stuff with Buddhists and stuff like that. But this was a 15-year-old girl.
Okay.
So that's where I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember this properly. But it was like a 15-year-old girl, basically, was perfectly mummified in ice.
All right.
And
that's interesting.
It's interesting, but again, like, where do I go to from there? It's just like, yeah, homegirl was perfectly preserved to the point that all of her organs were like still, like, if she wanted to go do a donation, she probably couldn't, but it was odd enough that that the organs were perfectly preserved for being thousands upon thousands of years old.
Mummies are cool.
Mummies are cool. Alright. I'm going to the bongos. Fuck this.
Yeah, the bongo. Whatever. I think going to the left or right is usually those two areas are the areas I like to hang out in.
Shit. Oh no! Come on, hit it. Son of a T-biscuit. Oh, you ass. Get me back up there. I'm almost done. No! I'm out.
Alright.
Well played, bud.
GG.
So yeah, but did you have any topics that you had in mind?
No, nothing that I have queued up. Like, I would have to, I would have to go into my idea chamber and start digging around a little bit. Which I am prepared to do. I definitely will have something, but my prepared lists have been exhausted.
So So I potentially have. I know that, like, we're not an anime club or something like that here, but I'm thinking about excuse me, possibility of dishing out doing interesting anime manga discussions as well. But I know you're not
Okay.
like yeah. But that because I know you personally haven't found yourself to be a very big fan of animation and things like that. And I think wait, are you still doing that? You're still doing an anime show with somebody, aren't you?
No.
Okay. Because I didn't want to, step on toes there, but
No. Yeah. No. Any anime discussion has been a long time ago.
Okay. So I had an idea of if you had a free couple hours for like, and we'll spread this out because I'm not gonna make you sit there and watch a 6-hour fucking series or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, but these are fairly short series, like what is that? 24 episodes, so yeah, it's about 12 hours of fucking anime. But like I thought about a show recently that absolutely like changed the genre for me, from it being DBZ and Sailor Moon to this show. There's a show that I picked up a long time ago. It was like on demand on Comcast a million years ago on the Anime Network. It was a show called Now, Then, Here, and There.
All right. Did it have robots?
It does.
Okay, yeah.
Like
I've seen the DVD box case in the Borders.
Really?
Sure, I've seen it on the shelf, yeah.
I've been around 1.5 million places. I had to go to a Comic-Con to find this. Like, I'm glad that somebody else knows what I'm talking about, because it is such a fantastic series.
Alright.
Like, thoroughly underrated, I feel.
Is it on Crunchyroll or something?
No, but I have it on DVD. And
I'll great. Oh, great, okay.
Throw it up on Discord.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, there's that. There's a couple other things. Welcome to the NHK is another one that I really wanted to discuss.
Yeah, that show fucking rocks.
Oh, you've seen it? It's so good.
Yeah, I feel like we've discussed Welcome to the NHK.
Have we?
Maybe a tiny bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dude, I love that show. Like,
yeah, that show is very good.
Like what? Like, once again, quit reading into quit reading my dream journals, fucking weirdo anime creators.
I think we were talking about MMOs in context to. We may have just been talking about Hikikomori for some other reason, but I remember talking about the sequence in that when he gets an online girlfriend in an MMO, and it's like his his neighbor.
Yeah. That's man, what a absolutely amazing series. Well, actually, no, the he didn't get an online girlfriend. He was playing a
oh, and he
simulator.
Doesn't.
No, he was
what?
dating. He was in the process of making a dating simulator with his neighbor, who, for like months, was driving him insane by playing the same anime theme over and over again.
Yeah. But he starts playing an MMO, and he meets a girl in the MMO, and the girl is that neighbor.
Well, no. It initially started with so the neighbor was just blasting tunes the entire time, and
yes,
and homeboy was not having it.
What are we supposed to be? Oh, okay. This is just going. It's just repetitive.
Downhill.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just going downhill until you make it to the end.
I understand. I know how he meets the neighbor. I'm saying that the neighbor, knowing exactly who the main character is, intentionally makes a female character in an MMO, and intentionally fakes being his girlfriend.
Well,
later on in the show. Later on.
Was it later on in the show? I don't remember that part.
And then they get involved in an MLM as well.
I remember that part.
Okay.
I don't remember him faking.
His neighbor, he's playing an MMO, and his neighbor's mad. So his neighbor makes a female character and pretends to be his girlfriend. his
That's
online
funny.
girlfriend.
That's super funny. I don't remember that part. It's been a minute since I watched it. I have it on DVD.
I'm
I need
pretty
to watch that
sure
show.
in either in the comic, it was based on a novel. I think that
Yeah.
in some version of it, they were explicitly doing DXM a lot of the time, which is like Robitussin.
Oh, was that the bit? Because I thought he was just smoking weed the entire time
It might
in
in the
the
show. It's
novel.
prob. I think in the show, I definitely noticed that in the show they explicitly took out
All the drug
references.
references. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe all the drug references, maybe not even weed. And even the
Which
comic book might have been different, but he was doing some kind of powder in the comic book. I feel like they never said what it was.
so yeah, and what's funny, and it's something I didn't learn about until way later, was that son of a bitch, woo, uh, is that in wow, that was quick.
Wow. Did everyone just get wrecked?
I guess so. Um, I had learned that it is illegal in Japan to print manga where people are, where young people are explicitly committing crimes.
Oh, including smoking weed. Yeah.
Like that, yeah, that's drugs. Um, as long as like they get their comeuppance, it's okay. But like you
Yeah,
can't
what
just
about
have.
like what about the show where the girl like kicks the goat's ass and like murders a cop?
What?
uh
What show is that? Kicks a goat's ass and kills a cop. Are you talking about XL? That sounds like an XL Saga bit.
I don't think she kills well, she beats a bunch of people up. There's a show with a bunch of teenage girls that are just constantly assaulting one another, but it's in a very cartoonish manner, of course. But we've talked about it before. There's a very famous clip of her like suplexing a goat. But I think, but it's like it's right after she does the exact same move on her friend, and like slams her friend into the street,
Oh,
and she turns around and a goat is eating her hentai.
yes.
I keep trying to say Ichigo, which is not correct. Wait, no, it's Nichiju.
Yeah.
So I don't know if assault of that nature is a crime, but they're definitely not allowed to show kids smoking pot.
Smoking pot, beating up goats.
But that's the other thing, is that is a violent anime. That's an action anime, you know. Obviously, you can't say that. I mean, I don't know. Well, yeah. Because, like, Gohan's allowed to kick people's asses. But he's in life and death situations. So,
Oh shit, I didn't get it.
it's different than children in a realistic setting committing crimes. Which NHK is way closer to a realistic setting, like Nichiju, than, Gohan.
The other thing that I potentially wanted to cover was I wanted to actually go read around and see if so it's commonplace in American anime that the voiceover actors in America will go and riff goofy shit on top of the actual anime, like 1.5 million bloopers of Phoenix Wright calling people bitches, and it's hilarious.
Okay.
But and actually, I'm still in the show. I probably shouldn't be. But the thing
Are
that
you? Oh, are we both out?
oh yeah, we're both out.
That's funny. Okay.
But the what was I gonna say? So like, are you familiar with the anime Ghost Stories?
No.
So Ghost Stories was an anime that was like a legit children's like horror anime. And what they ended up doing was they had the American voice actors. Well, first of all, they get the rights to the show, and this publishing company doesn't know what to do with it, So they try to figure out some fun way to sell it off. So they had all these voice actors come in and do the voices for the show, but and it's like the show would maintain a plot of like the plot of the original to a certain extent, and then some other things would just completely fall off the cliff and be absolutely off the wall ridiculous. Like one of the characters is like this fundamental Christian girl who looks like a ghost, and she's supposed to be like this Shinto priestess type.
Right.
And so she's introduced to the characters for the first time, and she goes like, and they're wandering around this abandoned school building, like it's like these like young teenage kids and one of their like younger siblings. And they're like, this girl's like, oh, it's so great to have such big, strong men watch out after us. And then she all of a sudden goes, have you accepted the Lord Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? Like, just at a random moment. Like, it's a funny fucking show. There's like 1.5 million
weird little moments like that.
Yeah, there's 1.5 million moments like that. Mostly revolving around the young sibling of one of the teenage kids. It's hilarious. He never actually says anything, but he whines out lines all the time. So where it's very blatant that he actually says something in the original anime. Okay,
yeah.
He just goes
okay.
the entire time. It's like again, much like Shin-chan.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's very much in the same vein. Except, it gets pretty harsh at certain points, man. Like, again, this is like early 2000s, so you got away with a lot more.
Yeah.
Like, again, I found a playlist of Super Milk Chan.
Right. Yeah. Weird.
I watched the fuck out of that. I don't know, you seen it? I take it.
Oh yeah, like vaguely. I told you I kind of had the impression that it was made by American people making fun of Japanese people.
Well, here's the thing: is that like it was originally like all the stuff that's in the show. It's practically the same, except it's American. It's Americanized.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Japanese people making fun of Japanese people, and it's also Americans using Japanese comedy to make fun of Americans.
You sure? Yeah.
Yeah, it's bizarre. It's a great show though. I love that show. Again, I picked that up recently. I had a blast rewatching that. Like that, and like I really like shows that like completely deviate from the original content. Like what's it called? C-Lab 2021.
Oh yeah. Yeah, C-Lab 2021 is an ultra classic.
Oh, dude, I was on stream the other day. I was talking about I forgot what type of fish I was trying to eat in this game, but like I made a joke about when the bomb goes off and then it creates all these different universes, and then one universe Quinn's a fish and he's talking to a whale.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Whale. I thought you were going to try to eat me. Do you know that the average fish has about the same amount of mercury as a rectal thermometer? And then he's like, yeah, I might have heard something about that. And he just cuts him off and he goes, do you think that I would like to eat a rectal thermometer? And the fish and Quinn goes, no. And he goes, well, I would. And he like sucks him up. Ah, mercury, greatest of the transition metals. Probably one of my favorite scenes. That and the slippery Pete, the sea lion Ha cha 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 cha. Delicious. I don't know.
I don't know if I remember Slippery Pete the sea lion. Slippery Pete does ring a bell. I'm not positive I remember a sea lion.
It was very much in that, oh shit, it's all the way at the other end.
Jesus, my ass.
Son of a bitch. Somebody's already ahead of us.
It fucking there's no way.
What is time anymore? But, yeah, I loved those shows. See that 2021, Space Ghost, Coast to Coast.
Oh, yeah.
And
oh, for serious, for yeah.
Great fucking show.
He got married to Bjork and she boiled the couch in piss.
What?
Oh
wait, yeah.
Do you actually
episode.
Remember that? Oh my god.
I do remember that episode. Yeah, where he's just like, yes, my lovely wife.
Yeah.
And then Bjork's just kind of sitting there confused and smiling. I do remember that. I also absolutely loved, if you, like, do some deep digging, you can find the original interviews where they're just in the voice,
sure.
in the voice booth.
Yeah.
Oh shit, what the fuck is this?
Volleyball.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, it sucks.
What? Got him.
Jesus Christ.
Holy moly, I actually have to concentrate for this one.
I hate it, it's bullshit.
I think I think I've played this one before and I absolutely ate it. This is the first time I'm actually doing well with this one.
Garbage. Bullshit.
You getting some good knocks, or they?
No, it
they give you a
sucks. I
rough
hate
one?
this so much. Volleyball blows.
Did you win?
No.
It's alright, man. GG's, bud.
Yeah, GG.
But oh god. I think I want to talk about Flesh Pit National Park, but like I feel like we cover mostly real stories for the most part. If I recall, we don't really do anything too fake or not real. Or like I mean, like we do like TV show reviews, but like I'm just thinking about like I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out something interesting to do. Like I don't know. I feel like
Oh, cock.
I feel like there's something interesting to cover there.
Oh, I guess I gotta get up.
intense now.
Oh dear.
Oh man. Getting tight now. Oh, fuck you!
Nice.
That was some bullshit. Good stuff. Oh man, well played. Oh, Kitty Nyanya got it. Oh, you know what? I have an idea.
Alright.
What do you got going on this weekend?
I might be kind of busy, but
that's okay.
I
That's okay, dude. No, that's totally fine.
I might have, I may have time around Saturday evening. Sunday I gotta go out and do a thing.
Would you happen to have like, and again, like, no worries if you want to split it up into 2 different times to do this. But I had an idea. How familiar are you with Gemu Setu Machu Picchu?
I don't think I'm familiar with that.
So, it is basically a very poorly drawn, very poorly voice acted, almost to the point of cringe-worthy improv. And it's this entire anime about the most decorated sportsman to have ever lived, this guy named Makasu, who goes around plundering ancient temples to gain their like ancient relics by beating like gods within the particular faiths of these temples. He defeats these gods in games of sport. He most notably had gotten the nails of Jesus Christ after winning a game of bowling against him or something like that, or got the Holy Grail or something like that from Jesus by winning a game of bowling. But it's so horribly done. It's fantastic. But the thing is that like it is like the entirety of the series. There's supposed to be like 15-minute like segment breakdowns, much like how the Adult Swim blocks work.
Sure.
But it's a 4-hour-long series. And again, I wouldn't want to make you sit there and for the entire 4 hours. But if you're interested in that for Tuesday, we can do that, or I can think of something else and we can split up the discussion of that within 2 different weeks, and then we'll do another show discussion. Or but yeah, again, it's up to you. If you have the free time on Saturday to you got a couple hours to spare on a really, really stupid animated show.
Yeah, I might. We'll have to see what. Yeah, I might.
Yeah, let me know what you got going on. Yeah, no worries. Either way.
Did we kind of lose sight of the idea of each of us bringing like 1 or 2 small things on Tuesday?
Oh yeah, we did do that. Yeah, we were talking.
We did
about
lose
that.
sight of that because he kind of kept pitching the whole things.
The edibles.
So the edibles are okay then. The edibles are working out. Okay,
in.
all right, good. Just that's terrific then. I'm gonna make some. I'm gonna make some Rice Krispie treats with pot in them.
There you go. That's the way to stretch it out.
The marshmallow. Get that THC in the marshmallow.
You know what? I might have a short one for next week. Actually, this might be an interesting one. But again, not a whole lot is written on this. How familiar are you with David Grobin?
Sounds familiar.
So David Grobin wrote this epic poem about humanity called The Cure for Insomnia.
Sounds familiar.
The epic poem takes like 4 days to read from front to back.
Wow.
And it has there's no copies of it remaining. But there was one and there's a filming of David Groban himself doing the reading for the 3 days, and and there's a video of it. There's like a 3-day video of this guy, reading this book, and it's only been played once at like a Chicago art theater. So I don't know. I think I might have to listen to a 3-day.
Oh boy, good luck. Yeah.
No, there's no copy of it anywhere. As far as I've understood, there's no actual copy of it anywhere. But there's a strong, firm belief that this thing most definitely exists. Oh man, I can't go over the fence. That's dumb. But I don't know if you had a topic like a mini weird or whatever for next week. What were you thinking? I don't like that laugh.
No, I just like
Yeah, I know.
a couple of times I can have something by then.
Oh, you have something by. I see. You don't have anything.
I don't have
I know
anything.
You said, that's why I was like, you said that you had nothing necessarily
Right.
planned. But do you have something planned? Are you pulling a me this time? Are you pulling a Nathan Fielder?
Are you asking if I'm doing that right now?
Has this been scripted this entire time and I've just been fucked around with? Is this Average Joe all of a sudden?
What's Average Joe?
Oh, that was another like Nasubi-esque reality show done in like the late 2000s, I believe.
Okay.
The basis was that this guy was supposed to be going on to like a reality dating show. But the thing is that everything from the Bachelorettes to the guys that he's supposed to be competing against, they're all actors, and he makes like deep, lasting friendships with some of these people, and they turn out to be actors.
Okay, yeah.
Like it's severely fucked up. The story on it is just bizarre. Ah, son of a T-biscuit. Son of a bitch. Shit. I was doing so well until I started dying. Oh, I made it through the fast propeller. Holy shit.
Good job.
How the hell did that happen? I will never do it again. Holy shit. Well done, bud.
Alright. GG.
Who the hell is this? So I've got like a list done. Like it was like an internet iceberg of like weird internet topics.
Okay.
And what was it? Donald Ewan. Who's this guy again? And Donald Ewan Cameron. Who is this guy? Let's wrote him down for a reason. Was a Scottish-born psychiatrist. He is largely known today for his central role in the unethical medical experiments and development of psychological and medical torture techniques for the CIA.
Wow.
Okay.
Is that like, wow.
Yeah.
Unethical torture? Is that?
Unethical torture techniques.
Jesus.
That were used by the CIA.
Jesus.
Why can't I jump up that?
Is there a blue force field in your way?
No, it's not the force field. It was almost
Fuck
made it.
Ass.
There we go. Whew, that was close. Well played, bud. But yeah, Donald Ewan Cameron was the father of CIA torture.
Wow.
What other crazy? The Library of Babel. Hell yeah. Oh! Oh, I've heard about this. It is, it's a website that, oh yeah, the Library of Battle. So this dude created almost like a Chat GPT sort of thing, but it is a library of every work that could potentially exist.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Holy shit, watermelon!
So every possible combination of words, is that?
Almost like if the monkeys were code and wrote Shakespeare, yeah, basically.
Okay.
Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch, I'm not making it.
Oh, man.
C'est la vie.
Yeah.
Good round. Good round. Oh. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. But yeah, website created by Jonathan Bastille emulates an English language version of Borges' library. An algorithm he created generates a book by iterating every permutation of 29 characters within the 26 characters within the English language. Website, yes. Based on Jorge Luis Borges' short story. Oh yeah, I need to get out of that. Oh, that's interesting. So, he's basically saying that an actual digitalized Babel library would require more digital storage space than one could imagine. Oh yeah. To get around this limitation, he designed an algorithm to simulate a library instead. What the fuck? That's weird, man. That's fascinating. Oh god. And I mean, I've got like suburban horror stories like left and right. There was one that actually happened in my state, if I remember correctly. It was like somewhere in the boonies in the north. And I think I might have told you this story actually. A lady who had been seeing this guy for a while, like went on a date with him, spent the night with him. A couple days later, she had like severe itching going on down there. She thought that it was some sort of sexually transmitted disease. Goes to the doctor, finds out from the doctor that it wasn't a transmitted disease, but it was in fact maggots. And particularly the maggots that you find within dead bodies. Take a guess at where that guy worked.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you have told me that story before.
Yeah, that is a to bring it all back to our famous tourist slogan. It is pure Michigan. Well, let's see here. I don't know. Out of the fear that I would probably get slapped down for bullying. There's also the zoophile community on Twitter is petrifying.
Probably.
Like, okay, like again, I've got furry friends. Like they do the costumes and they do the yiffing. They do everything up and down, left and right all day. Some of them even have like mild spiritual soul bondingness, with this shit. But none of them would do anything to an animal. I'm just gonna say that outright. But the things that I see within that community is petrifying. Like the zoophile community, not the furry community, but the zoophile community is just like disgusting. Who?
Yeah, that doesn't sound.
Would do? Yeah, and again, this particular person was noted as a very blatant zoophile, and very proud of it, and has is like a famous VTuber too, a famous furry VTuber. Again, I won't be saying names, but like, yeah, wild shit. Oh, have you played Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Whoa.
Yeah, the two dudes that sit in front of Link's house, Bolton and Carson. Yeah, that's their names, Bolton and Carson. The ball guy that sells you back the materials to rebuild your property.
Yeah.
The multitudes of theories that revolve around how those two got the property, or let alone if they even have actual rights to the property that they're trying to sell back to Link. That's like apparently within the community a point of real
contention. That's the whole thing.
It's a whole thing. As much as it's like Han shooting first, but and the reason why, but it's Breath of the Wild and a effeminate gentleman and his partner owning a house. Ah, damn it.
What's happening? Oh.
Everything is happening, man. Shit! Nah, I'm not making that. Yeah. Did you make it?
No.
Bummer. Alright, back to the front. We got Eye Libertine covered. You know what? There's also, and I don't know how much I kind of want to do this because like it's a very bizarre. It's another really bizarre story. There's a cooking channel on YouTube. Which like I don't know how many like cooking channels you've watched on there, but like as a cook myself, I lose faith in humanity sometimes watching some of these.
All right.
Like
I've watched Babish.
Babish is great.
Babish
is fantastic. Oh, dude, Babish is fantastic.
No, I don't know. I've probably watched a couple people cook. I've watched a couple people cook.
I don't know. Like I make it a point when I do like my cooking streams and stuff like that. Like I make it a point. Wash your hands. Like take care of your product. Follow proper sanitation rules and everything else. The things that I see on these cooking channels is beyond comprehension. Any form of comprehension that is conceivable. It's beyond me. And this one in particular, that I found in a weird like website listing. It was this dude named Wawawa. He's a Japanese drunk YouTuber. Who basically does these like really weird videos of how to do what is practically jail cook-ups at home.
Okay.
But more disgusting. And like half of the ingredients, or not half of the ingredients, but more often than not, an ingredient generally includes like some form of liquor that he had been drinking that afternoon, being added.
Great, yeah, awesome.
Yeah. Pretty rough, gross stuff. And again, not to disparage people who are struggling with alcoholism, because fuck, I definitely have. But it's more the food that he makes and the way that he makes it that is just jaw-dropping. Again, bizarre shit. Another weird Japan thing. Life parties. Like, that's something that absolutely that I didn't know they actually had a term for. But I've seen like represented in anime before. Like I think we've talked about Paranoia Agent once or twice.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Yeah. So remember the episode where it's like the old guy, the young guy, and the little girl are all part of like an online forum of people like that are going to go, take a long walk off of a short pier, so to speak.
Sure.
So yeah. There's actually a name for this. It is called a life party. It is where you take whatever funds that you have and you go out and blow it all on an evening with a handful of other people who are planning on doing the same thing as you. And yeah, again, it's bizarre. And if anything, it's extremely sad. Which is another reason why I didn't want to cover that topic, but it's on the list there for the sake of just trying to have something to discuss. But like, yeah, that's one topic that I generally would probably not go.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of these have been ones that you feel kind of weird about, and I kind of agree with you on a lot of them.
Yes. Yes.
They are shit, ass, fuck.
Yeah, they're really rough ones that beyond TOS stuff that I don't think anybody would want to hear about anyway.
Yeah.
Everybody's time
what time is it?
It's 5 o'clock. What time you need to get out of here?
5:30.
5:30. Okay. So we'll play like we'll throw down for 2 more and then we'll call it for the afternoon.
That sounds good.
Deal. Unless you want to make this the last one, that's totally fine with me too.
We'll see what happens. My alarm will go off at 5:30, and if that happens, I will, have to be like, I will have to make, I mean, this could be. We'll see. We're not doing too great. I mean, are you? I'm not. Are you still in this one?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely eating it. No, I'm not in that one. I'm out.
Okay. All right,
I'm
cool. Yeah.
out.
So let's see what happens. Fuck, boy.
Oh man, yeah, that was another rough story that I didn't want to cover.
You got a whole collection of them, huh?
Again, like these are stories that were listed in this
could have been
thing.
There could be an episode of rough stories we don't want to cover, and you could just briefly sum up all of these ones and be like, yeah, those ones didn't make it.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. Okay, and that way I can start crossing these off the list.
2 hours of content there.
That is perfectly 2 hours of content. Holy shit! Yeah, let's do that. Not next week, but the following week, and then throughout that we'll go through the series of shows that we can fuck around with and discuss. But yeah, we'll have that be not this coming show, but the week following. I may cover future football, which is so. This is called 17,776 football.
Okay.
So some person made, I believe it was either a game or some form of discussion around the potential of whatchamacallit, of what football would look like in the distant future. And if I remember correctly, football in the future is so advanced that the rule book is incomprehensible and the game is played across the entire country.
Okay.
So that's an interesting thing that I picked up. I don't remember too much about it, but that's like the basis of the story. Is that like
what sort of media is this? Like a short story, or is it like a?
In all honesty, I don't remember.
Okay.
Oh, somebody! Get over that hill. But yeah, super fascinating stuff. And I'm sorry to whoever commented. For some reason, your comment's not showing up in my stream manager, and I will read it shortly. I sincerely apologize. I swear I'm not trying to ignore people.
Oh, I feel like sometimes
it does that. It just eats it.
I feel like sometimes it's a
Well done, bud. Damn it, I'm out.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, I know. I ate it on one of the turns. Alright, who's commenting? Oh, it's Tony! So I'm curious, do you just enjoy playing shit that I stopped playing or need to get to just to fuck with me? I miss Fall Guys. Absolutely not, Tony. Tony, it's literally like it's something that Kuya and I both have, and generally what we'll do is whoever eats it first has to take a rip, and I don't believe you. I will go Bob Dylan right back at you there, friend. But yeah, welcome, Tony. Good to see you. I hope you're having a good one. But something that we can both function with. Wow, really? I'm the only one that got that Bob Dylan reference. It's probably one of the funniest things I think Bob Dylan has ever said was that particular. Whoa, that was weird. It like sat you there for a second and then it sucked you down.
Yeah. Ah!
No! Well, that was a crock of shit.
Oh, eat my asshole.
But yeah, Bob Dylan. Judas! Judas! I don't believe you. Play it fucking loud. I think that's what he said. He said, like, I don't know, it was, and oddly enough, it was like some folk festival in Britain that he got popped doing that crap. Go, Kuya, go.
Oh, all right.
Bummer, bud. Bummer.
All right.
Well played, sir. Well played. Yeah, that's a good idea. An entire episode of. I don't think it's
The stuff that didn't make the cut.
I think that would be a fantastic series. Yeah, this game, like a bunch of heathens. It's a rough game. You know, people always talk shit about League of Legends players being awfully shitty people, but have you in fact met a try-hard Fall Guys player? Sweaty pro Fall Guys player. You know, plats on every console and on PC. Every single cosmetic. So like it wouldn't surprise me. All right, so you up for one more round?
Yeah, totally.
All right, we're going for gold today. We're going for the gold this round.
Yeah, this is the one.
This is the one. We've been saying this all day, but this will be the one. And by all day, I meant the past 2 hours. But oh, son of a bitch! PlayStation fucked me. I can't believe that. It did it again. So, remember how we were discussing earlier how, like, you know, oh, I made the problem earlier with doing my stream info?
Yeah.
PlayStation, and we were like, oh, was it PlayStation switching the game name? No, it didn't do that this time. Okay, and it hasn't done that for a long time. Motherfucker! I went to go check my shit. Fucking hell, PlayStation! Quit fucking with my shit. I have things there for a reason. But yeah, I'm gonna play around to this, and then afterwards, I don't know what I'm gonna play next. I probably have to eat something. Because so far all I've eaten today was a wheat thin with weed distillate on it.
Alright.
Yeah, that entire time I said I was gonna try and make something to eat, it was me contemplating what to eat. Because there's so much stuff in that fridge. And I need to figure out a way to slowly whittle away at it.
Oh.
Yeah. I need to sincerely whittle away at that food. Whoa! Whoa there, Snowball. Sitting there. Woo! Let's go. Yay! I made it. Huzzah! Ramen and tuna, can't go wrong. Canned tuna.
Oh, hey.
Canned tuna, no. There's something about canned tuna that, like, again, being a cook that has been taught that if, you know, your fish is smelling fishy, that means there's something wrong.
Uh-oh.
So, like, I don't know. Canned tuna just really does not appeal to me. I mean, I don't know. Not the cans, fuck that. Get the packet. Oh, the packets I heard are a lot better, but I don't know. If we're gonna go like processed, packaged like meats, like if I have to suffer through that, I'm just gonna get a can of Hormel, a block of cream cheese, and then get a bag of not potato chips, but like tortilla chips. That's like, yeah, that's pretty much the only canned meat substance that I will partake
Hormel
in.
chili?
Or even though Hormel chili is vile. It's
pretty
absolutely
vile.
It's vile.
I've eaten quite a large amount of it over the course of my illustrious career.
Yes, I mean it's cheap.
Yeah, you know, it's food. Can might as well just say food on it.
Yeah, it's not even chili. It's Hormel chili tasting food.
No beans.
No beans. Yeah, I know. I get the no beans too.
Beanless chili.
Oh, son of a bitch! I hit the wrong thing. Yeah, I'll usually get the no beans because, like, anytime that I have, like, beans in a, like, it's not like, you know, cooked beans in a can, but, like, beans in a soup, they're just mush. Like, you gotta have a little bit of,
oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm an al dente person when it comes to, like, noodles
When it
and
comes
stuff
to
like
beans,
that.
you want your beans just lightly touched.
I want a little toothiness. I want to feel like I'm tearing into something.
Yeah, a bean.
Pure. I want to know that bean is going to die when I rip its throat apart.
A real bean carnivore.
Indeed, a beanivore. I'm half tempted to eat half the people on the screen right now. But yeah, like, but I mean, like canned beans, like, I have no qualms with getting like a big old honking thing of like Costco like organic black beans, and then I'll hold on to those cans until like I cook some bacon, and I'll leave the leftover bacon grease, and I'll make refried beans.
Yep, that's correct.
It works fantastically every single time. It's cheap. You're using everything. Nothing's getting thrown out except for maybe the aquafaba, and even then, like, I don't know. I know a handful of things to make aquafaba with, but like more often than not, I generally can't find anything to use aquafaba for. For those that don't know, aquafaba is like the bean juice.
Yeah, I squeeze it out and pour it down the sink.
Which, oddly enough, you can actually use aquafaba to make foams and stuff. Like, you can whip it up like egg white.
Oh yeah, a meringue, an eggless meringue, a vegan meringue.
Eggless meringue. You can use aquafaba. Yeah, you can do an eggless meringue. I used to use it for my vegan. I used to make vegan
meringue.
pot stickers. Oh, no,
Pot
vegan
stickers.
pot stickers. Yeah, so the wrappers, because like I would use a binder to, because like traditional like pot sticker, like, you know, wrappers, they have egg in them. Well, they more often than not don't have egg in them. I believe that might have been an Italian edition, but any recipe that I've seen more often than not is some form of egg white as a stabilizer to create stretchiness and give it a little more of a chewy consistency. So I went through like 1.5 million different like variations of like trying to find like a substitute for the egg for the wrapper, because if you do, you know, just the water flour wrappers, like, yeah, that's all well and good and okay, and, you know, it tastes all right, but like you don't have the stretchy consistency, and you end up with like a lot of drying and breaking when you use water based, just the straight water and flour dough. I think most of us made it.
Good job.
Yeah, but yeah, I would. What I would do is I would get like chickpea aquafaba, like cans of chickpea, or I would like, if I had the means to find dried chickpeas, I would make my own chickpeas. But I would usually get the canned ones. Dump out the aquafaba, use that liquid as like the base for my stuff, and then I would save the chickpeas and I would grind them up and make I would do like hummus
oh yeah.
Hummus is fantastic.
Yeah, I love hummus.
God, no, I wish I had. Wait, I did make it. Okay. Actually, do I still have falafel? And I was going to say the other thing that I really like making is falafel. Falafel's delicious. But there was a restaurant that I worked at where we would use straight falafel mix and cilantro. Ah, son of a tea biscuit! But we would use falafel mix to make our veggie burgers.
Okay.
And it was fantastic.
That sounds like an alright idea.
Oh, it was great. I loved the falafel burgers at that place. It was only unfortunate that the ownership of the restaurant are a bunch of assholes. As for every single restaurant.
Yeah, as is wont to happen.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It's like, you know, what are you gonna do if you have a restaurant owner that, you know, doesn't, like, you know, deprive wages to their staff, or doesn't pay them in a timely manner? That's right. I'm looking at you, housed by you in Ferndale, with your undated fish in the freezer. Fuck you.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah. Oh, not in the freezer. Excuse me. In the walk-in. This is the walk-in cooler. Like, multiple sets of fish, not properly stored, sitting without covers on them, with no tags on them, and the tags that were expired when I made note of it, they just said, "Oh, we'll just, you know, add an extra day to it." Disgusting. Gross ass motherfucking restaurant owners. Oh, fuck you, fam. Fuck you, fam. All the things to get me. Bastard fan. Because Dennis is a bastard fan.
That's right.
Oh well, bud. But
yeah, I'm about to.
Yeah, do what you need to do, bud. Well, yeah, just if you happen to come up with anything for Tuesday, let me know, and yeah, I'll try to create some sort of theme or other weird graphics for the show, and then
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
let's see about discussing it maybe on Saturday. We'll
Mhm.
see where I'm at on Saturday with what I have to get done, and then yeah,
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
we'll
And
talk
again,
about
what? And
stuff.
sounds good, man. All right.
All right, excellent. Thank
Uh,
you.
yeah. No problem. And again, this has been Kuya DK over here. Was it KuyaDK.tv? Is it Kuya.tv or KuyaDK.tv?
Kuya DK CUYA DK .tv.
Right on.
Thank you.
Go check out his wonderful line of soaps. Him and his family do work really hard to make absolutely fantastic soaps. I still need to give you my address. So
Yeah, I will send you some. Yeah,
I
shoot me a
can
DM.